Hay 40 más. Necesito efectivo por eso. Entonces necesito... ¿Tú entiendes?
¿Cuál dinero?
Dinero por alquilar, por enero.
Pero yo no tengo dinero.
¿Qué tú piensas? ¿Tú vivir aquí y no pagar nada y yo pago todo?
Tú dijiste, vamos a tener una vida bien. Dijiste de yo tener papeles. Yo no tengo ni una... Esta relación no va para ninguna parte. Y punto.
I've given you everything I have.
Yeah, can't say I didn't see this one coming.
You see? I knew that would happen.
But I mean, what better way to start Christmas than have Santa and his little helper argue about paying rent and copying the green card?
Same argument over and over and over.
And so today we have Johan and Danielle, whom I always thought this relationship was a bit long in the tooth. Probably longer than the real reason Danielle wanted to be in this relationship.
For real. Like, it is my arm. It's my arm.
And so for the most part, I've been skipping through all their scenes like it's a sidewalk. Mainly because I thought I already knew how all of this was all gonna go down.
I already know.
I guess I wasn't expecting that nuclear combustion that occurred on the tell-all.
Did you cheat on Danielle?
Ojalá se lo hubiera pegado. O me hubiera sentido mejor.
Oh my God.
I mean, just be honest.
Al diablo se puede ir mi doña con sus mentiras.
Just for once in
Una
your life, just tell the truth.
Manipuladora. Al diablo te va a ir.
Like, bro, this man on demon time. So you almost have to ask, like, what got this man so riled up that he's just going off? Well, let's take a little detour, shall we?
I was walking through the lobby of my hotel, and I saw the most beautiful man I had ever seen. Johan is 6'7", and I'm 4'11". It's the truth. Now, Johan and I have been together for 5 months, but we've only spent 2 weeks together in person. In less than 1 week, I am returning to the Dominican Republic to see Johan and officially marry him.
Yeah, so like, I don't care if you're Team Danielle, Team Johan, we're gonna keep it a buck here.
Let's be honest.
This relationship has always been transactionary, period.
It's the truth.
Like, she wanted some arm candy,
My arm.
and he needed a way out of poverty. Like, had Johan been financially not even good, like just chill, stable, he would not be getting married to this crazy woman within 5 months of meeting.
It's the truth.
And I legit mean crazy, like she had this man do some of the wildest things I've seen on this show.
Abre la boca.
La boca.
Up. There you go. See? Es por sacral chakra.
Yeah, see, no siree, couldn't be me.
No.
That looks like straight up cow piss, ordered straight out of TJ's backyard.
Few drops, just few drops, few drops, just few drops.
Better yet, I looked up this chakra oil thing, right? Literally says right here, not food safe, toxic if taken internally. And this woman over here like, open your mouth, drop, drop, drop.
Oh my God!
See, this is exactly why I got trust issues. People just be making up kumbaya, wilding out. Like, who knows how many times she made him do this? The man's liver probably screaming right now.
This is an SOS.
Now, this little fling through some Christmas miracle lasted for 2 years, right? And I swear to you, on my keyboard, you had to be blind as a Zubat to not see why Johan wanted this relationship to begin with.
Ellos vivir aquí en República Dominicana, o tú quieres ellos vivir en Estados Unidos.
A la tía dijo que era bueno que él se quedara allá, que cuando él viene le trae una chancleta.
Yo te dije aquí y allá, porque mi mente ir a trabajar contigo, pues yo voy con una mente para ayudar a mi familia.
I've lived in New York my entire life. I'm so done with that. I just want to get old with the person I love and do yoga on the beach and live my life.
Yeah, sounds to me like the opposite of what Johan wanted. Like, she's on this retirement plan fantasy land trying to convince 33-year-old Johan, who's on a mission to get him and his family out the trenches, to settle down, get old.
Do yoga on the beach and live my life.
Like, could you imagine him being okay with chilling and living it up in the DR, knowing 10 minutes down the road his whole family's in a hut with no running water? Now, my biggest gripe about this whole issue is that she knew what he wanted, promised him that, and then made the executive decision after getting married to do the exact opposite.
Johan thinks that we're going to move to the United States and live there permanently, that we're just waiting for his visa. I haven't applied for the visa yet.
Does he know that?
I haven't said to him, by the way, I haven't applied for the visa yet, but I also haven't said to him, oh, I just applied for the visa. I mean, if I don't apply for a visa, he can't go anywhere. So, like, I could just hold on to his marriage certificate and never apply for it. I have to somehow explain to Johan that we're never going to New York.
¿Cómo? Manipuladora.
And she was very adamant on this decision, right? Almost to a point where it didn't even make sense. Like, this is the same woman who claimed she had the successful yoga business, living in NYC, driving BMWs, taking multiple trips and vacations, and she's just A-okay to give up everything and everything to move to the DR with no plans.
What are you gonna do there?
I like to be at the beach. You know me.
How are you going to afford it?
I'm gonna manifest it.
I don't know, like the whole thing smelled fishy to me.
Kinda sus.
So initially I was thinking she's either really naive and couldn't understand that being on vacation is a whole different ballgame from living there, or possibly the man Johan was packing the world's greatest third Legatron and she was just hooked up like a crackhead. Like at one point even Johan thought he was getting scammed. And he's the scammer.
Tengo un panita mío, una esposa americana, le compró jipeta, apartamento, estando de novio.
Ella te vendió un sueño. Tú le diste un buen giro a tu vida. Para atrás.
Me casé con una americana, entonces para quedarme aquí, para no tener nada, eso es como un cuento de terror.
Now for some odd reason, after this episode aired, everybody got worked up like, oh my god, Johan is finally showing his true colors. He's a Sankey Pancake. Like bro, we been knew this, like this ain't brand new evidence.
Same as it ever was.
Only difference now really is he's less Morse coder and more straight shooter. Now it turns out this whole time, according to various sources, that there was a reason as to why Danielle was so adamant on hitching and ditching the US. See, now it all makes sense. And like, don't get me wrong, like I'm not here to expose her pockets, nor do I care to. I just thought it was poetic considering how condescending she was to the boy Johan at the butcher shop.
Llegamos, mi amor, este es mi negocio, nuestro negocio.
What the is this? Yo no Warren Buffett, pero yo sé cuando tú pagar de tu toma de un negocio no está bien.
¿Qué tú opinas? ¿Qué tú sugieres?
I have a question. My idea is, where is the money coming from? Where did you get the money? I don't understand how I'm supposed to build a life with someone who can't even be bothered to do basic math, because that's not my plan.
See what I mean? Like the woman's a whole basket case. Like she's the one that wants to live in a DR but needs all the US amenities. Like we can't stay here because there's no AC. There's also no indoor light here for my 2-hour 50-step skin routine that makes me look about 10 minutes younger. Also, Johan, your butcher shop that you started like 2 days ago sucks donkey ding dong. Like I don't remember seeing any flies at Trader Joe's. And like, where's your accounting department, bro? Like, I know you live in the poorest city in the country, but where's the balance sheet on your non-existent laptop, bro? Oh, you don't have a non-existent laptop, bro? Like, do you even have a 401k match plan, bro? Like, how can I be with someone who doesn't have a compliance department to follow their SEC IRS GAAP tax requirements, bro? Like, that's how crazy you sound, Danielle.
Alright, crazy.
And post-bankruptcy filing, where allegedly 80 out of the $220,000 is quote-unquote business debt, you sound crazier and sounds to me like she was projecting hard.
Un día, cuando tú miras tu negocio, no más. ¿Qué tú necesitas por tu negocio cerrar?
What?
I sacrificed a lot to be with Johan, so if he is still losing money 9 months from now, we're gonna have to close this business.
Yeah, so Danielle is literally where dreams go to die. So now you might be wondering why they can't live anywhere else in the US other than NYC. Well, I'm glad you asked, because now that we know about the bankruptcy filing, I'm gonna safely assume she can't sponsor the visa after filing for bankruptcy. So we're gonna Uno reverse that and tell Johan I wanna live in the DR and gaslight him until he agrees.
Todo de eso.
Toda mi ropa yo me la
Todo
voy a
de eso yo compro.
Toda mi ropa me voy a llevar.
No, Johan.
Toda mi ropa me voy a llevar.
Johan. No. 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 Those are mine. No. Pero eso es mío.
Yo me voy a llevar el perro, fui yo que lo
eso es
compré.
mío. No,
yo me voy a llevar aquí como yo lo compré.
give me.
Toma.
No. You're not going anywhere with my dog, Johan.
¿Cuál tuyo?
Give me the dog! Give me the dog! You're not human! I want everyone out of my house now!
Now this essentially ended their season and led us all the way to the tell-all, where when I first watched it, I had the same thoughts and reaction as everybody else on this panel. Like I'm thinking, yo, Johan is a menace. Essentially the Antichrist at this point, like he gotta be stopped. Until I started digging and really processing what was going on. Like there's a good chance Danielle got us all bamboozled.
Got him!
Let me explain. So the tell-all starts with her arriving and literally stating that her mission was to destroy the man's character on live TV.
Hi. I feel like today is all about vindication. I've been the villain and Johan's really a piece of
I have a lot of receipts that I'm coming to this tell-all with. He has no idea what he's in for.
Now the reason he had no idea and was caught off guard was because 2 weeks prior to this, and keep in mind they've been broken up for months now, she was at his house with his family having dinner and told him, hey, let's have an agreement to be nice and cordial.
When was the last time you two saw each other?
Hace como 2 semanas.
We had dinner with his family.
Wait, you had dinner with his family in the house that he lives in, even though you were separated?
Yep.
So why?
Quedamos en un acuerdo que no es necesario ser enemigo, que podíamos ser amigos y llevarnos bien sin ningún problema.
Like, this is the same woman who stated, I want nothing to do with Johan after finding out about all these quote-unquote other women. But hey, let's go have dinner with the family in Kumbaya.
I don't want anything to do with Johan. I want nothing to do with this man ever again. It sounds so crazy, but I do it because I want to make sure that he's okay and he has what he needs. Yes, I do. Like, I'm done with this man.
Kinda sus.
And I'm not here to justify anything Johan has done, but like I said, this relationship was always transactionary. Like, we've been knew Johan was in it for the bag and the green card. It's been well documented and stated from the jump. The only person who's ever been inconsistent with their story is Danielle. For example, one of her accusations is him sending a banana pic on Christmas Eve, right? You know, the same Christmas Eve where they parted ways.
While I was handing out gifts, you're sending pictures of your
And then Sean goes to ask a very clear, concise 4K question. And she answers the question, but not really answer the question.
How many women, since you two have been together, Johan has physically hooked up with?
50 or 60.
He's slept with them?
I don't know. I don't know who he slept with and who he hasn't.
Then why did you answer the question, Danielle?
I'm gonna manifest it.
And she does it a lot where she just rambles and say things to fit the narrative, but it's all fluff she made up. And it's gotta be like a habit or something because her friends know this.
Does he know that?
Yes, I think so. Like he has it.
Does he know that?
Yes, he knows that. I think he knows that.
No, I think so is not yes.
I haven't said to him, by the way, I haven't applied for the visa yet, but I also haven't said to him, oh, I just applied for the visa.
Danielle could try to paint this perfect life, but I'll see through all the crystals and the smoke and the peanut shells and the sage, and I'm gonna be like, nope.
Now Danielle goes on to make this bold claim that she walked in on this unfortunate event. And I'm thinking like, yo, all right, we better get some solid proof. You know, we can close this all up. She's a victim, he's a demon, and this is what we got.
When I came home from New York, I walked in to a very unfortunate situation in my apartment.
When you say you walked into an unfortunate thing in your apartment, what was that?
The house was kind of a mess, and my pool floats were moved.
Al diablo se puede ir, mi doña, con sus mentiras.
Just for once in your life, just tell the truth.
Manipuladora. Al diablo te va a ir.
Pool floaties. Pool floaties. That's the unfortunate situation, Danielle. Look, I'm not saying it's nothing. I'm not saying it's solving no Scooby-Doo mystery. Like, come on, seriously, stop. I'm looking like the old man off old school RuneScape right now. Like, are we really gonna sit here and all pile up and prosecute this man because pool floaties were moved? Come on. Like, I kid you not, I sat back and rewatched this tell-all like 10 times. All these quote-unquote proof that Danielle had were all, I think he did, this happened, so I think this happened, he texted so-and-so, so I'm sure they had physical intimacy. Like, it's a lot of iffy fluffs. Like, it sounded solid at first when you pile it all together and like everybody on the panel were like, oh my god, and she's having like tears roll down her eyes until you sat back and really thought about it and you're like, what? Like, literally no foundation in any of these statements. And I was ready to prosecute this man, you know? I was ready to like have him on a stick in this video. And like, I know how messy TLC is. I know how messy this show is. And you're telling me there's not one photo or anything of anything that she was saying come up linking to this date, this time, like nothing out of this whole binder of proof that she brought. Nothing at all. I mean, they had one woman come forward and showed her DMs with Johan, but if you read the DMs, it was like really surface level stuff. How do I know this wasn't during one of their 20,000 breakups, you know? Like, can we start linking time and stamps and stuff together so that some of this stuff makes sense? All I'm saying is, you're gonna go break bread with his family 2 weeks prior, smooch him up with some nice words, and then pop up at the tell-all with the whole prosecution case, and the best thing you can come up with is, my pool floaties were moved. Sounds crazy, but my pool floaties were moved. He's cheating on me. Stop. And like the whole time the TLC camera's like zooming in on Johan, getting his reaction, he looks guilty as hell. But we gotta keep in mind, this man doesn't know English, period. Like, he's not looking guilty, he just doesn't know what the hell's going on because he's waiting for the translation. And while the translation's going on, you know, the panel's just, oh my god, Johan, you cheater, you devil, you like, the show did him dirty, she did him dirty. He probably has dirt himself, you know. All I'm saying is, a lot of this stuff seemed over exaggerated on Danielle's part to like save her name and save her face in the expense of her ex-husband. Like, all I'm asking for is a fair trial. Like, give Johan 2 weeks to come up with the same amount of evidence and then we can come back and talk about it. But until then, pool floaties, Danielle, stop. But that's what I think. You guys let me know what you think. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. List down your trial, your evidence, whatever it is in the comments below. Hope you guys have a good holiday. Hope you guys have some cool plans for New Year's. I'm gonna be working. We're back on the grind. 3rd video this month. I'm hyped. Let's get it. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, family, all that good jazz. Be safe out there. Catch you guys in the next one. But hey, what do you want to know? I'm just sipping.
Like 1 rapper, 2 rapper, 3 rapper, 4. All these bodies in my closet, I know that most of my favorite rappers wasn't spitting like me at the age of 19. Make a motherfucker think that my idols my rivals, and I never lose, so my idols get slaughtered and thrown in the trenches. I snipe from a distance like boom pow. I reload and I empty the clip on a pussy motherfucker with a link in his bio like Cinco de Mayo. Y'all